So now we're back, and when we finished the last little segment, we were talking about the life review, and this is a very fascinating piece. So we're going to ask Elaine just to talk a little bit about that, and then also to talk about the implications. So take it away, Elaine.
Thank you again, Joy. Yes, the life review is a very interesting thing. The life review can be anything from what one might call a panoramic 3D, HD, sense around kind of thing, all happening instantly. And in that moment, the experiencer will literally run through every event, every thought, everything that's ever taken place during their life. And in other instances, their life review may focus on a particular aspect or element or time in their life. I think the most important thing that we learn from the life review, in terms of what the experiences tell us about the life review, is that this time is spent in an understanding of every thought, every word, every action that they have ever been involved in. And equally, they understand the repercussions. So they kind of see this, something that they have said or done, they see from the other side, from the side of the person who was the recipient of their thoughts or words or deeds.
Can you imagine?
Absolutely. And significantly, in this process, they are their own judge. They are not judged by anything or anyone else. They go through this life review judging for themselves how they feel about what has taken place. And this clearly has an enormous impact, a profound impact. And this, together with the other aspects that we've discussed in the previous video, literally ultimately results in, or can result, should I say, in a profound life change for the people who come back. Many of them come back changed and spend many years integrating that change into their world.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I know in one of your talks that you also spoke about people coming back and experiencing a disconnect sometimes, or a depression even. That it's not always easy just coming back and slotting into this world.
No, it's not easy at all. Some people come back with a real understanding of why they are back. They come back with a sense of a greater sense of life purpose. But for others, yes, there's anger at coming back, or there's at times severe depression for a period of time. The responses are varied, but equally the response on the emotive response is one thing. There is also the integration of this experience into their life, and many talk of their friends are not appropriate anymore. Their lifestyle needs to change. Their work interests have changed completely. They're no longer necessarily interested in the work they were previously involved in, and many of them come back far less materialistic, sometimes very spiritually inclined, and certainly in terms of the work they want to do, a need to be of service to others and to the planet as a whole. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So then, what would you say? Talk to us about the implications now, because I know that that's a piece we need to get in here as well.
Yeah. Well, Joy, for me, the implications go beyond the difficulties or the integration or the wisdom of an experience of this kind. The implications for me really are about this mystery we call consciousness. The transient death experiences are having these experiences at a time when the brain is not fully functional. And we talk about or we base much of what we do on an assumption that the brain creates consciousness.
That's right.
But it is an assumption, and the brain is not functional during these periods of time, particularly for the level of minimal consciousness. It's not fully functional for, let alone the vivid and expansive experiences that these people are having, together with the fact that memory seems to be unharmed during this time, because they not only have these vivid experiences, they are able to remember them and report them on their return to life. So it really does bring into question our current paradigm as to how or what consciousness, or where it comes from. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And that alone, we could have days and days of discussions and examples, because you have got amazing examples from all your... This really is a significant event that is happening in our world, and people have the opportunity now to share it and experience it and bring it into a place where we, all of us, all humanity, can start looking at ourselves in a different way. What a wonderful privilege that is.
Absolutely.
And what a privilege your work is to this world, because you are one who is gathering this amazing resource of information.
Thank you. And I think, you know, if the most important message in this is potentially that each one of us must remember that we are probably a lot more than we allow ourselves to believe.
Yes.
We really are.
And we know that for a fact. Absolutely. So Elaine, just before we close off this segment, how do we connect with you? Those who have had experiences, or those who would like to speak to you or know more about your work, how do they do that?
Thank you, Joy. I think the best possible way would probably be at this stage either through my website, which is www.elainefinkelstein.com, or through my email address. I'm happy to hear from anyone willing to share their experiences, which is elaine@finkelstein.pro, P-R-O.
And we'll put those all at the bottom.
Excellent.
So you'll have them.
Excellent.
That is lovely.
Thank you.
I so appreciate you coming and speaking about this. And we're going to talk more for certain. So watch this space, because I'm going to get a lovely Elaine back in here, hopefully when my voice is not so squeaky. And we're going to talk a little bit more in future, I'm sure. So thank you for watching. And from Soul Awakening, South Africa, this is Joy Truscott and lovely Elaine Finkelstein.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, we send you love.